How God confirms you've met the one signs you shouldn't ignore. For many Catholics, the desire to find a life partner is not merely romantic, it is deeply spiritual. Marriage is a vocation, a sacred calling designed by God to reflect His love in the world. Discerning whether you have met the one is not about chasing emotions or perfect compatibility. It is about prayer, discernment, and recognizing the quiet but powerful ways God confirms His will in your life. First, a relationship that leads you closer to God. The clearest sign that a relationship is blessed by God is simple: it brings you closer to Him. True love never pulls you away from prayer, the sacraments, or your moral convictions. Instead, it gently draws you deeper into faith. When you meet the right person, praying feels more natural together. You encourage one another to attend Mass, grow in virtue, and seek holiness rather than competing with God. The relationship becomes a path toward Him. Catholic marriage is a covenant between husband, wife, and God. If your relationship strengthens your spiritual life, this is a powerful confirmation worth noticing. Second, peace that surpasses emotional highs. Hollywood teaches us to look for overwhelming passion, butterflies, and drama, but God often speaks through peace, not chaos. When a relationship is aligned with God's will, there is a deep sense of calm beneath the excitement. Even during disagreements or uncertain moments, you feel a steady reassurance that you are walking in the right direction. This peace is different from emotional infatuation. Infatuation is intense but fragile. God's peace is quiet but enduring. It doesn't mean the relationship is perfect, it means that beneath imperfections, there is stability and trust. Catholic tradition often describes discernment as recognizing the presence of holy peace. When you consistently feel this peace about your relationship, it may be one of God's gentle confirmations. Third, growth in virtue, not just comfort. The right person will not only make you happy, they will help you become holy. This is a challenging truth because growth often involves discomfort. The person God places in your life may challenge your impatience, pride, or selfishness. They encourage honesty, forgiveness, and self-sacrifice. They help you grow in virtues like humility, patience, and charity. A relationship rooted in God does not focus only on comfort. It focuses on transformation. Ask yourself, do I become a better person through this relationship? Am I learning to love more selflessly? If the answer is yes, this may be God shaping both of you for the vocation of marriage. Fourth, shared vision of marriage and family. Catholic marriage is not just a romantic partnership, it is a lifelong covenant open to life and rooted in faith. Because of this, one of the most practical confirmations from God comes through shared values. When you meet the right person, you will find alignment in the most important areas of life: faith and commitment to God, understanding of marriage as lifelong, openness to children and family life, desire to serve others and live with purpose. This alignment does not mean you agree on everything. Differences are natural and healthy, but the core vision of life should move in the same direction. When two people share the same spiritual destination, the path becomes clearer. This harmony often feels less like coincidence and more like divine guidance. Fifth, wise counsel and affirmation from others. God often speaks through community in Catholic life. We are never meant to discern alone. When you have met the right person, trusted voices around you often recognize the goodness of the relationship. They see the respect, growth, and joy it brings. This does not mean everyone will immediately approve, but over time, people who genuinely care about your spiritual well-being tend to notice when a relationship is healthy and life-giving. God can use these voices as confirmation, reminding you that love is not meant to exist in isolation. Sixth, the ability to love through imperfection. One of the strongest signs that you've met the right person is not perfection, it is commitment despite imperfection. Every relationship reveals flaws. The difference lies in how you respond to them. When God brings two people together, He gives them the grace to choose love. Even when emotions fluctuate, you begin to understand love as a decision, not just a feeling. You see your partner's weaknesses and still choose to stay, forgive, and grow together. This reflects the very nature of God's love for us: faithful, patient, and enduring. Seventh, a growing desire for commitment. When God confirms a relationship, The idea of lifelong commitment becomes less frightening and more meaningful, instead of fearing the future. You begin to imagine building it together. You feel ready to make sacrifices, share responsibilities, and embrace the vocation of marriage. This shift in perspective often happens gradually. What once felt overwhelming now feels purposeful. What once felt uncertain now feels hopeful. This growing readiness can be a powerful sign that God is preparing both of you for the next step. Trusting God's timing, it is important to remember that discernment is a journey, not a single moment of clarity. God rarely sends dramatic signs. Instead, He guides gently through peace, growth, community, and prayer. Meeting the one is less about discovering a perfect person and more about recognizing a shared calling. God does not promise a flawless marriage. He promises grace, the strength to love faithfully through every season of life. If your relationship consistently leads you closer to God, brings deep peace, encourages virtue, aligns your life goals, and strengthens your desire for lifelong commitment, these may be signs you should not ignore. Ultimately, the greatest confirmation comes through prayer. When you place your relationship in God's hands and continue to feel His peace, you can trust that He is guiding your steps toward the vocation He has prepared for you. Thank you for watching the video. If you found this video helpful, please like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. Goodbye.